Yo, what's up? This is Rapsody, and I'm at South by Southwest, and you know Philly goes to college.
We are here with Grammy-nominated rapper and MC Rapsody. Thank you so much for being here. So your South by Southwest EDU session is titled On the Record, Music in Every Classroom. Why is that topic important to you?
Man, I think that music is such a powerful tool to educate in all areas, not just in the arts, but in math and history and science. You know, it's something that kids can feel like they're excited about, that, you know, is a part of their everyday life. And, you know, I think that it only helps the kids when we implement and put those things together. It makes learning fun. You know, it makes them excited to come to the classroom and engage. So, you know, I think there's a lot more to be done that we haven't explored. And I think that's why this panel is so important, and taking the steps to make sure all the schools implement music in part of their learning curriculum.
And so how did engagement with art and music impact your experience in school, particularly in high school?
Man, I wish that we had more music in my high school during those learning times. I mean, I've always loved to learn, but I've loved music a lot more, you know, and to put those two things together, you know, is something that I want to make happen for the students that go to my school now that I didn't have. You know, one thing, I work with an organization out of Houston, Texas. They're called Reading with a Rapper. And we're actually developing a curriculum based on my album, where they use my album to learn about language arts, you know, alliteration, similes, metaphors. And I told them, I said, well, we could take it a step further. You know, I have an album about women where they can learn about the history too. Like, but it's just so fun, and I've gone to so many of their activations from LA. I've done Zooms in Chicago with students that have drum in the classroom, and they learn using drum, and to see how impactful it is and how excited they are. Like, I didn't have it, but it's good to see that these students now have it, and more will have it as we continue to, you know, dive deeper in how impactful it is.
Yeah. And so when you were in high school, did you know that you wanted to become a musician, and how did that factor into your decisions around college?
I knew before I got to high school that, you know, I wanted to be in music. The thing, though, is I didn't have the access, right? And that's one thing why I think this is so important, because I'm from a very small town in North Carolina, and, you know, I didn't have a lot of rappers where I could go out in my community and see them actively pursuing a career in music. You know, so I was a little bit detached, and I got a late start because I didn't have the confidence, right? So, you know, that's what it is. Like, programs like this, they give more awareness, you know, and they allow you to see, like, what am I passionate about? And that's the key. It's like, you know, I'm good at math and a lot of things, but I love music, and those are the things that we should, you know, focus on in the life that we're building to bring joy to, you know, our time here.
Mm-hmm. So rumor has it that you went to an HBCU. Can you tell us what university you attended?
That's the wrong rumor. I didn't attend an HBCU. Yeah, I actually attended North Carolina State University, but I wish I had attended an HBCU, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing why I think it's so important when you have programs that take kids out of their high school and allow them to visit colleges to see, like, what feels good, where do I see myself at, where do I see myself fitting, because had I done that when I was in high school and visited an HBCU, that's exactly where I would have been, because, you know, it feels good to me. I've had the experience at the PWI, but I've had the experience to visit HBCUs that my friends went to, and to be around people that look like you know, teachers that can speak to your experience, that allow you to learn also deeper about your culture and your history, and cultivate that is so dope. I would have went to Howard. That's where I would have gone, though. So.
I'm sure they'd still have you. So how did going to college, well, first of all, what did you major in college?
I majored in accounting, right?
Okay,
and
all right.
I was going to see the guidance counselor at my high school, and she was like, you scored really high at math, you would be good at accounting. And it's just like, okay, absolutely not. You know, I'm a creative through and through, so again, like, ask yourself, what do you enjoy doing? You know, what you can wake up and you like, whether I got paid or not, I would still do that. That's the thing that you should pursue to make a career out of.
So how did that experience of majoring in accounting and going to college impact your music career?
Man, I got to learn a lot in college that I can apply into what I'm doing now, and that's still what I'm so thankful for. Um, One, the networking. Let's talk about that. Like the students and that you meet and that you become friends with. That's your lateral, upward movement, and those are the people that you're gonna see. You might be a musician, but hey, I know Kelly or Melissa who did marketing, and now I could go to them and say, what advice do you have for me on my careers? There's so many things that I learned. As an accounting major, I learned about taxes, and as a musician, we got to pay our taxes. About business, about how to have business conversations and be comfortable with it. So it's a lot of things that college taught me that I still apply and use in my own career that has been super helpful for me.
So can you tell us about your best college memory?
Oh man, my best college memory. Man, my best college memory I think was we started a hip hop organization on campus, me and a group of my friends, and we put on events where there was rap battles or we do shows and raise money for lupus for the Dilla Foundation. And those are like some of my biggest memories because it tied something that I loved in, but I also got to be a leader, in my community and do something that I love and bring people together. Like we used to have a lot of fun. So those are some of my most fondest memories because it tied what I was passionate into, but I got to really create and act in it, and it was the foundation of my career and how I got started in music.
And final question, what advice would you give to your high school self about college and career?
Man, what I would give to my high school self about college and career, to be open, I think, and to ask myself, what do I want to do? Not the people around me, not my teacher, not my parents, what brings me joy, and explore all possibilities because possibilities truly are endless. And to know like anything really is possible, as cliche as that sounds. Like I'm a living testament that, all you have to do is just do it. Take a start and enjoy the journey.
I'm going to ask you one bonus question. On that note, what is one career in music most students in high school would not know exists behind the scenes?
Oh man, there's a laundry list. One career in music that you don't, I mean, you could be an engineer, you could be a mix master, you can do Atmos, Adobe, videographer, you have your product manager, you have CD design, people that design your CDs, your vinyl, your merch, your website. There's so much that goes into this art, visuals and your creative part of that. Man, if you love music, there's endless possibilities of what you can do. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much.